Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah!
Everybody scream his name. B-Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! B-Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to be mix. It is time to turn down for tentacles.
Charge out for what? Release the Kraken.
Sploosh. Or turn down for Julio Gulio.
Or as one texter said, turn down for tridents.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. All right. Hopefully, it's not too much of a, because we know sometimes the trident has not been a good luck charm.
That's been the curse.
Well, it's only if it's upside down, right?
Right. So we're turned up for upright tridents.
Okay. All right. We'll turn up for tridents. Then maybe instead of turning down, we'll turn up for tridents.
Instead of the Mariners, it's the Warreners.
Yeah, let's go Warreners. Let's go Warreners. This is really not
working.
The way.
Yeah, this meeting has been concluded.
Yes, exactly. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Zach in Olympia. Zach, are you there?
I'm here.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Bye. For those playing at home, Zach will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Zach, you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Nice. Of the 6 main cast members on the TV show Friends, which one was the oldest?
Chandler?
No.
Ooh, Joey.
No.
Pass.
212 degrees Fahrenheit is equal to how many degrees Celsius?
Pass.
What instrument is Travis Barker famous for playing?
Drum.
Yes. What is the name of the Dr. Seuss egg-hatching elephant?
Pass.
Who retired from hosting The Late Show in 2015?
Oh, I know its name. Pass.
A quadrilateral is a shape that has how many sides?
4 sides.
Yes. David Cassidy played Keith on what musical sitcom?
Oh, what's that called? Pass.
What is the name for a baby alligator?
Pass.
Finish the title of the children's novel, James and the Giant what?
Peach.
Yeah! Zach gets 3 correct.
Well,
there you go, sir. Well, and I mean, earlier today, the same thing happened, and we thought that it was terrible, and yet Steve did just as bad.
Yeah, he did.
So we could see the same here.
Is that what we can see?
Yes, and I'm not going to say that it's not going to happen because I was proven wrong earlier.
Yeah, you were.
Mm-hmm. Steve, you're back.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Let's go Warreners.
Let's go Warreners.
Of the 6 main cast members on the TV show Friends, which one was the oldest?
Chandler.
No.
Phoebe.
No.
Ross.
No.
Damn it. Monica.
No. I said cast members. 212 degrees Fahrenheit is equal to how many degrees Celsius?
Huh?
212 degrees Fahrenheit is equal to how many degrees?
69.
No.
Oh, 100?
Yes. What instrument is Travis Barker famous for playing?
Drums.
Yes. What is the name of the Dr. Seuss egg-hatching elephant?
Horton.
Yes. Who retired from hosting The Late Show in 2015?
Jay Leno.
No.
Oh, crap. Conan O'Brien.
No.
Who retired from the Tonight Show?
No, I said The Late Show.
Oh, David Letterman.
Yes. A quadrilateral is a shape that has how many sides?
4.
Yes. David Cassidy played Keith on what musical sitcom?
The Partridge Family.
Yes. What is the name for a baby alligator?
Baby gator.
No.
Gator.
No.
Little gator.
No. Finish the title of the children's novel, James and the Giant what?
Peach.
Yeah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You win 7-3. Yes.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Zach, but I mean, you got 3 correct, so you knew what was going to happen.
Zach left. He knew.
Yeah.
He knew the truth.
So yeah, I said of the 6 main cast members of the TV show Friends, which one was the oldest?
David Schwimmer.
No.
Courtney Cox.
No.
Jennifer Aniston.
No.
Oh.
You said the character's
LeBlanc?
name. No.
I think
Lisa
it was
Kudrow.
I think it was Lisa Kudrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. You said Phoebe, and I'm like, nope. And I was like, well, no, I
sorry
said
about
cast
that.
members. So
Yeah.
yes.
No, you said it right.
Does anybody happen to know the name for a baby alligator?
A Schlumgola.
No. It's a hatchling.
Hatchling.
Yes, they hatch
Oh,
from
I should
eggs.
know this from Magic the Gathering.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have a lot of hatchlings in that game.
Yes, they did. Oh well.
Well, maybe you'll remember it the next time I ask that question. But for now, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Nice work, Steve.
Crushed it, BJ. Crushed
Yeah,
it.
you did.
Yeah.
Steve, I may have a new song for you that Tatum could like. Last night at Jimmy Kimmel Live, Jimmy and Katy Perry teamed up to try to dethrone Baby Shark as one of the most popular YouTube videos by making their own kids song.
If anyone you're going to grab to help you out, Katy Perry's pretty popular.
Yeah, she is. It's called Yum Yum Nom Nom Toot Toot Poop.
Based on all that, why wouldn't it be toot toot poop poop? Who am I to question their songwriting prowess?
Yeah, I don't know. You're going to question Katy Perry, but here's a little clip of Jimmy Kimmel and Katy Perry's new kid song.
Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Give me something good to eat.
Yum, yum, nom, nom, toot, toot, poop. First the food goes in your mouth, then it starts to travel south. Yum, yum, nom, nom, toot, toot, poop.
I mean, it vibes.
Better than Cocoa Melon.
Yeah, that's a fact. I like it better than Baby Shark.
It's a nice story to telling you what's happening.
Yeah. You learn about the body and its bodily functions.
It really, I mean, in a way, that's really the kind of way you'd go about it, right? And of course, they say toot toot, but they got the fart sounds really going right behind it.
It's actually pretty funny you said that Katy Perry's pretty big with Lily loves Katy Perry, and she informed me last
I'm sure
night.
Lily's dad loves Katy Perry too.
For multiple reasons, yes.
Especially when she wears that Elmo shirt.
Yes.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
But she goes, Dad, have you heard Katy Perry's Firework? And I was like, yes. And she's like, can I sing it on the radio when I'm in Seattle? And I was like, no.
Yes.
Yes. I'm surprised you didn't
Her
do
friend
that.
Steve will totally let her sing it on the radio.
I think that's a great idea. We did that with Sarah was around the same age, and I made that amazing decision to let her sing Spice Girls on the air with her friend.
You should say yes and then know full well that she will regret that in about 10 years.
It's true.
When you play it back for her.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be surprised if she actually sings in front of people because she likes to sing.
Yeah.
But on the same token, she's like, Dad, Katy Perry. That's her opinion because she's been watching American Idol and she loves it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katy Perry is still she's still looking pretty amazing on American Idol.
Oh yeah.
I just say that. And by the way, I just realized that they got the new talent show that Snoop Dogg and Kelly Clarkson are doing, and they put it right on opposite of American Idol. I didn't know American Idol was popular enough that you'd want to put on another show right on at the same time to try
Which
to get.
show is this? Because Snoop Dogg does he does that Go Big show.
Yeah, it's just started. Him and Kelly Clarkson have an American Song Contest, I think it's called.
Yeah, I've heard about that one.
And I think it's Steve, you would be proud of me. I actually flipped through a channel or two to see what was going on.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
The American Song Contest.
Yeah, well, I think what happened is that I was done watching a DVR show, and when you're done with a DVR show, you hit exit, it goes to live TV, and and then that was on. It was American Song Contest. Like, oh, that's the new one. And then I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then I put my guide on, and I'm seeing that American Idol is on, and I'm like,
oh, this is actually kind of neat. It's based off of the old Eurovision Song Contest, which is seen in that Will Ferrell movie. 56 artists, one from all 50 states, plus one from DC and 5 U.S. territories to compete for the country's best new hit song.
But it's on the same time as American Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Well, I think every day if you turn on the television, there's a singing competition show.
Oh, there's so many of them.
Well, you figure there's another day of the week, right? Or at least another time. Like, I'd put it on maybe before or after, but And then again, I didn't know American Idol was doing that good because I figured Fox let it go for a reason, right? Because they probably thought nobody cares anymore.
You're so asking ABC questions I don't have answers to.
Maybe
BJ.
this is NBC's American Idol killer.
I think I did see that Dancing with the Stars is finally making the move to like Disney Plus as opposed to being like on an actual
show. So I can only imagine the stars that they're going to get for that.
I know, right? However, it's Disney. They could probably pay a lot of money.
Oh, really? So Dancing with the Stars is done, no longer on network television?
That's what I read.
Whoa.
You're to blame, BJ.
30 seasons.
You haven't been watching it.
You're the
wow. Well, you're absolutely right. But Grey's Anatomy is still there. I haven't been watching that either. So I can't explain that.
I don't think that show's ever going to stop putting out new shows.
No, they really aren't. You're absolutely right. So sometimes I wonder about some of the decisions that are made. It's like, is American Idol that popular still that you want to put on counter programming? Okay.
Or do they not even care because they just realize a lot of people DVR that stuff? And they're like,
good call.
I don't know. I don't know what the
you may absolutely be right. Yeah. There could be this at that point. It's like, they'll watch both. No worries.
Because I'm guilty of that. I mean, I have no idea if any of the shows that we watch are in direct competition with each other because I have no idea what channel they're on, what network, what time. They just show up on my DVR and I'm like, new Call Me Cat. You want to watch it? All right. Then that's what we do.
Oh, dude, I got a show you might like.
No, I'm positive you don't, but okay.
It's a sitcom. It's American. It's about it's like the car business. And my wife and I both watched it. It's on, I think, NBC. So it's a sitcom. Huh. All right. And it's basically about a company trying to make cars.
Do they have a laugh track?
I can't remember, to be honest with you, but it's a half hour.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. And, it's basically they get a new CEO that knows nothing about making cars.
Oh, sold. I'll watch this.
There you go. Yeah. So there you go. Check it out. Let me know what you think.
Okay.
Let me know what you think.
I like it better than Call Me Cat. I will say that. We watched Call Me Cat and we watched this, and Kathy got more laughs out of America. I think it's American Auto.
We'll give it a whirl. Yeah. No, it's American Auto. I don't know. I did not even know this thing existed. So,
you like Mr. Mayor. So, and I like Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor's just like, that's like one of those shows where it's like you just put it on and it doesn't bother me.
I get a kick out of that show. I really do.
First season was good. This season hasn't really done anything. It's like, that to me is like a play on my phone sitcom.
Oh, I like that they brought in like the real smart people to fix what's broken. Mm-hmm. And Holly Hunter's great as the hippie. That's what I love about it because they have old people for me and they got young people for young people. They got Ted Danson and Holly Hunter to keep me happy.
I think you're going to say Ted Danson's for the young people. I'm like, man.
No. He's in his 70s, Ted Danson, and he's still like leading a sitcom. And you know what? He does a good job on it too, man.
This is a random thought, but I feel like Ted Danson, is he could he be considered one of the goats of sitcoms?
Yeah.
Because, you're
right.
He's been in a few sitcoms that have been very successful.
He's been relevant for decades.
Yeah. Since Cheers.
Yeah, Becker was on for a few seasons. He had the Good Place, right? Was that him?
Good Place, that was successful.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And also, Curb Your Enthusiasm, he's always a go-to for Larry David in that show as well.
Wow, yeah, he's been on that for, a while.
Yeah, Ted Danson, I think you got to give him credit, Steve. I think he might be one of the goats of situation comedies. Who's done it in all the decades that he has? Not many.
And he was in that whole CSI stuff too for a while. So.
He was? I didn't know.
He was. He had a main role for 84 episodes in the original CSI, and he was in
he did?
Yeah, and a couple of the NY and Cyber as well.
I had no clue he was doing serious television like that.
Wait, he was in Fargo too, the TV show?
Wow. Which season was that?
Oh, I don't know.
It just said 2015, so I'm not sure which one that was.
Well, clearly he's been goated.
Maybe season 2.
All right, there you go. She's like, I can't remember. Well, it is time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What do you want to talk about? We got your calls. We got your texts. We'll take those at 919 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs. Mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. And I know you got lots of things you want to say, but make sure you say them the right way.
And the right way is with energy, BJ. That's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we will be gone, and then we're going to have to say goodbye to you.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone just texted, guys, it's 9:17. I'm waiting for the remix. I've been listening since 6 this morning.
Wow. Thank you very much.
So he's talking about the stupid audio that somebody put out there, and which is funny because it made our morning, but of Michael Jackson's vocals isolated. And then we did a mashup with Michael Jackson and David Lee Roth's vocals isolated as well.
If you don't mind, I would like to take the people listening now on the same journey that we went on this morning that led us to perhaps, I think, one of the greatest musical collaborations that should have been done. So it did start off with, like Steve said, somebody isolating all the non-word grunts, the growls, the exclamation, all of those things that Michael Jackson did in Smooth Criminal, and he posted this online.
That's my favorite part.
Right. Yeah. It's like those shakers.
Yeah. And we were very impressed. And Steve, you were so impressed it reminded you of when somebody did that to another performer that likes to just throw non-word sort of sounds in his stuff. So what a wonderful collaboration.
Running with the Devil from when he was recording it with Van Halen. They found the isolated vocals. Those are the legit vocals of Diamond David.
So there you got Michael Jackson, Diamond Dave all together. And then I was thinking, man, they're great frontmen. No doubt about it. What a great, like duet that these guys are doing. But they need a backing band. They need backing vocals. And we thought, okay, well, the Turtles would be great. The Sex Turtles. Those guys would be great. And we thought, of course, the Matthew McConaughey parrot would be great.
Oh, that guy would be good as well.
Yeah. All right. And also, the Sex Parrot would be great. We thought she'd be... And then we've got,
the fried chicken kid you wanted in there?
We wanted him in there, yeah.
I like fried chicken.
Did we get Chewbacca Fart Girl?
You wanted the Chewbacca Fart Girl?
Yeah. Am I missing anything? Because it's a symphony already.
I think you also wanted a little Mel Gibson in there as well, if I remember correctly.
Oh, right.
Just to find one of those.
Now, so we thought, okay, with all these performers, what would it be like if they were on the same stage together doing musical greatness? And you guys have made this happen?
It took a little bit of time. A couple hairs were lost.
Okay.
From where?
You're right. The hairs were already gone. So we found a random EDM song and made a full-on mix, BJ.
Oh, I love this. So This is, of course, taking the leads, Michael Jackson and David Lee Roth with a great supporting cast of characters.
Well, it's fried chicken. I like fried chicken.
For a cigarette, you said no. I said word.
There we go.
There you go.
What do you need?
The remix.
What do you need? That is greatness right there.
It's going straight to the top, guys. That's the real Seattle supergroup, not this third secret band.
Yeah, not at all, though. This is, wow. You know what? We need to save that anytime we are ever feeling anything at all, blue or whatever. We have got to make that happen. I mean, that's
since I've been
gold.
I've been dealing with a crappy coworker since last week. The laugh you guys just gave me with that remix of the vocals was amazing and definitely needed. LOL.
That's the greatest EDM song ever.
Yeah. So it's just tuned in. What the hell is happening from Shane Ellis?
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh,
you guys should call that band the Sex Turtles. Thanks, BJ.
Yeah, it's the Sex Turtles. Great
BJ
band.
The Sex Turtles.
Michael Jackson and David Lee Roth leading the way with some of the greatest contributors you could ever ask. And you threw some people in there I didn't even ask. And
little Ric Flair, I think Daniel Bryan to make it local popped in there.
A little Shia.
Yeah, a little surprise Shia right there.
Gotta have surprise Shia. There's no doubt about it. That is, I mean, I had, that's the perfect example where I had an idea and you guys made it better than anything I could have imagined. So congratulations to all involved.
So it's like, can that be requested for replayed again in the future?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to keep that in the
Hot
system.
rotation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's going straight to the number one on Billboard.
The number one.
Oh, someone says, I'm very surprised. I'm very disappointed that Dominic the Donkey wasn't in there. You know?
Oh.
Totally spaced on that.
And this was made
to the remix.
Yeah, this was made to make BJ happy.
Yes,
This isn't to make him mad.
It wasn't to troll me. This was
That's a good point.
I appreciate that nobody trolled me on this one because it was a great idea. Dominic has his place somewhere else, hopefully.
Someone says, I'm getting stoned later. I'm going to listen to it back. That was awesome.
Yeah.
A few people have asked if we could replay it. They tuned in right at the last second.
Okay, so here's what it is. Somebody isolated Michael Jackson, and we got to hear a lot of Michael Jackson's, all of his stuff, his grunts, his growls, his exclamations. And then, of course, back in the day, somebody did that for David Lee Roth as they found all of his grunts and growls for Running with the Devil.
Yes.
And so we combined those two, and then the idea was, man, there's a lot of great audio out there that we can make a perfect EDM song. The Sex Turtles and the Matthew McConaughey Bird and the Fried Chicken Kid. You guys put in Shia and Ric Flair, and I mean, and so that is what's contributed to the greatest EDM song you'll ever hear.
Well, it's fried chicken. I like fried chicken. I like fried chicken.
There we go.
Got the whale girl the first go round.
The whale girl's back. There we go. Oh, yeah. Brilliance, gentlemen. Just brilliance. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show.
Someone want to know if any of you guys watched the new Tony Hawk documentary. It's on HBO Max.
It didn't even know Tony Hawk had a documentary.
So a lot of people on Twitter commenting on it because the whole, it seemed like the overall theme was you're going to keep doing something till the wheels come off. And I was like, I think it's called like something till
the wheels come off.
Till the wheels come off.
Well, I get it because he's a skateboarder guy.
Yeah, and he's also an older guy that's doing something that probably should stop doing, but he's kind of got that mentality of I'm never, which I found a lot of like, a connection to. I was like, yeah, man. Do things until you're happy and until you physically can't do them anymore. As long as it satisfies you. Man, I watched the beginning of it, and I know, Danny, I think you've watched some of it.
I've watched it. Yeah, I caught it halfway through by accident.
Oh.
But it was like one of those like and I couldn't stop watching except we had to go to the grocery store. So it's definitely on my list. I want to watch the whole thing.
Dude, the opening scene will just make you appreciate what that guy has to do just to be able to be at the top of his game. Because the opening scene is just him trying to hit a move on like a half pipe over and over and over. And he's in his 40s, I think, right? Or 50s.
Yeah,
and he's trying and he's falling. And you don't think about you see all the successes that he has and maybe a couple misses from time to time. But this is just like a montage of miss after miss after miss. And it's all in the same day. And you can see how frustrated he's getting. And it's just like, it's really cool to just see the passion that guy has to just want to continue to be at the top of his game. But I did turn it off. Not because it was bad or boring or anything. There's also, it's about like how he's the youngest. Like he's way younger than anyone else in his family. Like he was like an accident baby. His mom had him when he was in her 40s and everyone else was like 10, 12 years older than him. So he kind of felt like an only child. But there's a scene of him visiting his mom and it's heartbreaking. Like she's at like an old person's home kind of a thing. And you can just tell like she's not of the best health.
Oh yeah, she's got to be up in her 90s, right? Okay.
And it was just like late at night, my parents are not getting any younger, and you kind of trigger some things, and you just start like thinking about other things, and you're just like, oh I can't do this right now, but it's a very fascinating watch, and I'm definitely going to continue it when I'm in a better mindset for that, at least that part of the documentary.
Well, and to that point too, I mean, it's very interesting because the part that I caught is he's going into detail about how he had a lot of mental health stuff and how the fame really kind of got to him, and he wasn't able to be there for his kids, and how a lot of his failed marriages were because of that, and he put so much effort into it, and how he overcame that. It's such an interesting documentary to see, like, wow, this guy that he just seems like such a happy-go-lucky guy when you like see him at events and whatnot, like Warped Tours, and there's just a lot going on. It's crazy.
Well, that's awesome that they're bringing that out because I didn't know any of that about Tony Hawk. Like,
I feel like you would dig this documentary,
for
BJ.
sure. Yeah. I didn't. I mean, I always thought he was a happy-go-lucky guy. I did not know about his personal life, but it's always good when somebody, really shines a light on mental health because there's so many people we enjoy. We do not know really what they're going through when they're off stage. We have no idea.
Yeah, it's a well done doc. It was just like one of those ones where you're like, whoa, I was expecting just like a fun story about Tony Hawk. Wasn't expecting this, and it was close to bedtime. I'm like, I don't need that in my mind when I'm going to bed right now.
See, and I'm gonna go on another thing and say that I saw that and I was like, oh, it's just gonna be a bunch of like skate videos like with Pennywise playing in the background and Tony Hawk killing it, and it's like, no, that's it's pretty in depth.
Yeah, documentaries tend to do a really good job, and making you feel stuff.
Yeah, I get why people are raving about it, though.
HBO Max?
HBO Max.
Nice. You pick the topic, you guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Or your calls and texts at 934 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
We got a text. Anyone over there excited about the new Stranger Things? They just put up a trailer for season 4.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, it could be crap, and I don't care. I mean, I just love those characters, but the trailer surely does look good. Looks like we have like a physical, like interactive bad guy this year.
Yeah, it looks like if you're into D&D, it looks like it might be like a lich or something.
Yeah, and it definitely looks like they are, because you're hearing a voice. You're definitely hearing like there's somebody, and Paul Reiser's in it, which is kind of fun that he's back in it again. And it's a war. It's like definitely the Upside Down wants to turn our world upside down. Like they're not happy with us.
I'm still on season 1, guys.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
I failed you.
Yeah, so it's weird to see those kids like all grown up though. It is so weird.
Right?
I kind of now want to just like go back and watch season 1 or just look at pictures and then just see what they look like. Just not even get to, because you guys have to watch them as they've grown up. I have not seen any of the cast members of Stranger Things since season 1.
Yeah, we saw, we've seen Millie Bobby Brown, and we've seen, I can't remember, is it Wolfhard?
Wolf Finhard. Wait,
Yeah,
no, Finn Wolfhard.
It is.
Guys,
Finn
watch your
Wolfhard,
dirty mouths. Jeez.
No, that's his kid's last name. What do you want me to say? So we've seen Finn and we've seen Millie in other stuff. He was in Ghostbusters, and she was in was it Godzilla? Was she in that Godzilla movie?
Yeah, was she Godzilla's buddy, if I remember correctly?
Yeah. And so we've but it's the other kids that I haven't seen much of. And we also saw, is it Mike? What's his name? Mike? Is he Mike on the show? He was just in he was in another movie that I just recently saw, and he was really great in it too. Was it Free Guy? He was the friend in Free Guy.
Huh.
So the other kids I haven't seen in a while, and it's like, whoa, the kids are getting tall and they're getting grown up, and it's weird.
Hitting puberty and everything. This is weird.
Oh yeah,
man.
they're into like high school age at this point in time, and just going from that difference is just
And it's been like I feel like it's been a couple of years, right, since the last one when this will air. Feels like it's been at least 18 months. Because it's going to start in May, and they're going to do 2 halves of a season. They're going to do 2 halves. Everyone seems to be doing that now. So Volume 1 of this season will be in May, and then Volume 2 will be in July on Netflix. So that's when it's all going to start.
I think they do that way. At least it's not like you could just binge the entire season, then you're waiting like 5 years until. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a break between the full season, so you don't just watch it all at once.
Yeah.
Well, I like it because then you can kind of, like you don't feel the pressure. I mean, some people love to binge. I'm of the mindset like, oh man, I mean, that's with all the shows that are on, I can't binge everything at one time.
I just saw, speaking of, we were talking about HBO Max with that Tony Hawk documentary, and I saw right before I watched it, they had an ad for new season of The Flight Attendant.
I saw that too.
That's
yes,
coming up
very
soon. Yeah,
that's a Sarah and I show with Kaylee Cuoco, and she's basically going to be like a secret agent, which is hysterical. If you didn't see the first season of Flight Attendant on HBO, it's a fun dramedy where she is an S show. She's just a ratchet flight attendant who gets involved in all sorts of international intrigue. But
they hyped that as being like a mini series, not even like as a TV show. But I guess it did so well. They're like, we lied to you. It's now a television series.
Yeah, right.
And I really liked her character and how she just stumbled her way through, being the hero of this international intrigue.
She was great.
Yeah, and I'm like, I really would like to see another season of that. And I don't know if Rosie Perez will be there with her, but she was fun on the show as well.
Was.
Yeah, so that's also HBO Max.
So that's a very important question. It has to do with the thing that we love talking about the most. Politics. I'm kidding. Food.
Yeah. I was like, wait, oh no.
Dude, I had a political discussion over the weekend, so I've had my fill.
I'm sorry for you.
I've had my fill. Oh my gosh.
I had that once. It was in a wrestling. It wasn't this past weekend, but it was in Portland. I was in a locker room for wrestling, and this guy, he was like one of the refs. He just comes and goes, and I've never met him before. We sit and talk for a half a second. He's like, well, let me tell you something about, and then it was just about political stuff. And I legit just goes, I gotta go over my match with the other dude. I just got up and walked away from it. And my buddy followed me because he's like, you gave the greatest out ever. I had to follow you out because it's like he was just saying it so loud so anyone can hear. Like he just wanted everybody to be a part of his deep thoughts. And we're all just like, yeah, man, we're not here for that. Like, go talk to somebody else.
I'm telling you, dude, you want to sit with a person like that and go, that's what a therapist is for, right?
I didn't want to sit and talk with that person.
I want to say that to everybody that just wants to draw you into a ridiculous con. Because I used to be that guy. So that's why a lot of people told me to go get therapy. It's like, dude, you are always in drama. You're always yelling about stuff. Why don't you go see somebody who wants to listen? Because nobody else really wants to listen to you. And I was like,
I know. I want to be like,
strong point.
What part of this man who's putting spandex on right now wants to hear your political opinions?
Well, you look at a person's face, Steve. I look at your face.
Well, when you put it that way,
right? Yeah, that is a very good point. And also, I would say this: when you look at Steve, my new goal is like, how long can I keep Steve in the conversation
until I fade?
Yeah, and so and I really practiced. I was like, when you and I went out to have lunch, I thought, okay, we're going to go out to lunch. There's going to be food. We both have done a radio show, so we're both going to be tired.
We're all talked out.
And so I'm like, all right, I got to keep the conversation going. I got to change stuff. Can't get too serious. And I feel like I did a really good job. I kept you for about like 45 minutes to an hour before it was like, and then I started seeing, all right, I think it's time to wrap it up. Steve's done.
Yep. That's about where I'm at. I'm about 45 minutes of conversation, and it's like nap time.
Yeah, but man, it is like, that's the one topic. You go into politics, Steve is like, okay, well, I'm out. There's no way. It's just, what am I here for?
Well, it's just like, you coming in, he's just guns a blazing. Didn't even read. I mean, it wasn't just me, BJ, that had wanted nothing to do with it. Nobody jumped at that opportunity.
Who wants to? I mean, nobody does. They really don't. I mean, they just don't. The average person. They just go, look, can I just have a good life?
So let's go to the thing we actually do love talking about, and that's food. So someone said, hey, it's National Grilled Cheese Sandwich Day.
Yes,
let's have some grilled cheese questions. What's your favorite bread and cheese for a grilled cheese? And since both go hand in hand, your favorite soup with a grilled cheese. And also, this might piss off BJ, but do you think quesadilla is a grilled cheese? Because according to Google, it is. From Justin in Ferndale. It's a lot to unpack in this text.
I mean, a grilled cheese sandwich is like to me, a really thick piece of bread, buttered like a moe, and then you just fry the F out of it with the cheese and everything. Where a quesadilla, it's just a whole different. It's not thick, so I don't call it a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm not saying that
he's not wrong. That's I never thought of it that way. But like a grilled cheese, I mean, a quesadilla is a grilled cheese.
While it's not wrong and technically correct, if I ask for a grilled cheese and I get a quesadilla, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, so am I. Because to me, quesadillas are not sandwiches.
No, they're a snack.
Are they? I mean, is quesadilla Mexican, Spanish food? I don't even know who originated it.
I don't think Vicky's off today. She's usually our go-to person for that stuff.
So I don't know what culture gave us the quesadilla, but if they call it a sandwich in whatever's language the culture is, then I'm going to have to go, okay, but and maybe even quesadilla is like Spanish for sandwich.
What if you're at a Mexican restaurant and you ask for a quesadilla and they give you a grilled cheese? Would you be just as mad, Rev?
No, that seems like a bonus. That's more bread.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'll take it.
Bread.
Carbon up, baby.
Yeah.
See, now for the bread, for me, it has to be sourdough.
Sourdough's the best.
Yeah, sourdough is hands down the
Can't
best.
argue.
It's goated
that's
for
what I would
everything,
do.
though. I mean, really, just for toast and breakfast, sourdough.
I'm just like going to Jack in the Box and always getting the sourdough because it's like, ooh, special.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. There's the goat of soups. I almost don't know if there's any other soup that should be with it unless someone's got some bright ideas.
Tomato?
Yeah, when he said, "Hey, what's your favorite soup?" I'm like,
I can't think of anything else.
To have?
My favorite would be the tomato, but a good solid second on that is a butternut squash soup.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good,
right.
but it doesn't give that. It doesn't give that same vibe.
What
as
about
tomato.
lobster bisque?
Lobster bisque is really good.
Getting all bougie.
Yeah, it's bougie and lobster.
Here's the problem with that, Steve, is I think you might lose the cream. Because cream and cheese are very similar. That's what I love about the tomato is that you won't lose the cream, because the tomato's the perfect complement to the cheese that's already there. But I don't know. I'll still try it. I'm not going to turn down lobster bisque with a grilled cheese.
I don't think anyone's opposed to lobster mac and cheese. So why wouldn't a lobster bisque with a grilled cheese work?
Well, because you've got the
cheese, carb, and lobster.
Well, let's see. Is it a cream sauce with? Yeah, it is. You're right.
It is a cream sauce. So yeah, I mean, it would still work pretty well.
But is it a tomato sauce? See, lobster mac and cheese is not tomato sauce usually.
Yeah, I don't know.
A lobster bisque has that tomato sauce, I think, doesn't it?
Well, I think we need to try to find out.
Yeah, we do have to try all these
really.
things.
I think that's the only way to solve a problem like this is to have it all. Mm-hmm. Have all the bisques.
As far as the type of cheese, I just usually go with just like American cheese.
Oh, but sometimes if you get like a 3-cheese grilled cheese.
Yeah, I like adding a bunch of different cheese. So you go with the meltability of like the Kraft singles, and you put that on each side of the bread so it melts all together. And then usually I'll add I'll either go with a Swiss or a pepper jack if I want a little bit of spice.
The Kraft singles over a cheddar?
Oh really? yeah, Kraft singles are the goat, man.
Okay, I'm gonna have to tap out.
It's a childish way to look at it, but I'm not wrong. He's not wrong.
You know what? I am going to tell you this right now. I would like to do a taste comparison.
But you guys
don't want to say
all mock me because I like butter and noodles and butter, and you're like, oh, what are you for?
Well,
Rev,
we mock you for a lot of reasons.
Your choice is just as juvenile as my noodles and butter.
I put a lot of work into that. I'm adding the basic cheese, but I'm throwing in more extra cheese on that.
I'm with you on this, Steve.
4-year-old make that.
I'm with you on this, Steve. You and Rev both are 4-year-olds when it comes to both of those situations.
Can't really say you're wrong there.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know if I'd ever want to go back after having a cheddar cheese or a 3 cheese. And the Kraft singles, you'd have to. If it's all that's there, okay. But I mean, don't forget our good, either Tillamook or Beecher's. I'm sorry, to put the Kraft in there. I mean, I got to tap out.
So how about sourdough bread with Gouda cheese? Now that's Gouda grilled cheese.
I don't know if I've had that.
Yeah, I mean, I've had Gouda before, but I couldn't tell you what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Like this text, Kraft singles, 100% fake cheese and 1,000% delicious.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I like a lot of fake stuff, like the fake cheese and Kraft macaroni and cheese, like that powder that you could snort.
Oh, yeah, the good old powder.
I love that, but I don't know about the cheese.
Man,
the plastic singles that you can't tell the package from the cheese, like they're very close together.
I will eat those Kraft singles just straight, man. I'll just open up a package and just shove it in my mouth.
Oh, absolutely. So gross.
I would too.
Amazing.
No, not by itself. You got to put something on there like motor oil or something just to kill the taste.
Dude, no way. When's the last time you just had like a Kraft slice?
Man. The last time I had, probably when I projectile vomited was the last time.
Stay up the game on those ones, buddy.
All right. Well, listen, I'm always willing to try something again.
Sometimes you guys remember where you came from, and that's Kraft slices, man.
Truth.
What are you, Stevie from the block?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fine.
Don't worry about the cheese he got.
Yeah. All right, we got a big question that has to be answered right now, and it's a very, very serious question. What do Ryan Castle and a mosquito have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a mosquito have in common?
I suck.
Well, sir, I don't agree with you on much, but today
I felt like it was pretty easy this time.
Hundo P, baby.
I do like the one texter says they both suck until you slap them.
Oh, yeah. The trouble is, though, is I've slapped Ryan a couple times, and he's still, yeah.
Steve has to slap both off of his arm.
That's very true.
I let Ryan stay on my arm.
Yeah, but every once in a while.
Arm candy.
Yeah.
Oh, and they both think that BJ.
Really?
They both think that BJ should man up and eat a delicious slice of Kraft Singles.
Oh, is that the good? Oh, that's very specific. There's a 43-year-old man in Dallas. His name is Victor, and he attacked his roommate last Sunday. Why? Well, because they were having a big argument about what mosquitoes look like. It was around 2 a.m, so what do you say, some drinking? I think some drinking was going on.
I hope so.
Victor claimed that his roommate did not know what mosquitoes look like. The roommate disagreed, and that's when Victor said, oh, yeah, it's time for fists. He beat him over the head with a wooden stick at least 6 times. But then the roommate managed to grab a bat and fight him off. Wow, okay.
I mean, if you're in your 40s and you have roommates, let's start.
Yeah, you make a good point, sir.
I've been to Dallas. It seems like the most exciting thing that could happen out of Dallas, to be honest with you.
Oh, look at this. Ryan Castle, he doesn't have any sticks or bats, but he has a 12-pack, and that's next.
BJ and Meg's play of the day.
Peeing on your tree, making love on your workout materials. Yeah, you go right ahead. Doesn't mean can't happen in your new places.
Not if I don't invite the Rev over to stay.
Or you.
Is that why? Oh, I'm not going to be the perpetrator of those acts, Danny. I'm just going to hire people. I'll hire, street performers to come and...
And I'm always welcome to allow street performers to come into my house unannounced. So, yeah, this is
sure thing.
This all makes sense. And I'm sure Danny does the same, too.
What if he does magic? You'll let him in.
That's a good point.
BJ and Meg's mornings on The Rock 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.